Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Pat GPT. I'm your host, and you're tuned in to Coachable Moments. I just want to drop back in real quick and share an experience that I had a couple of years ago, and I thought it would be beneficial to you guys as well. And I wanted to talk to you about the hardest question I've ever been asked, and give you some background on how this question came about. So, a few years ago, I was working for AT&T. I was a network manager there. I supervised a team of guys that would come out to your houses and they would install internet and all that good stuff. And there was an opportunity that came up for me to relocate to South Mississippi, open a new location there. So I jumped on it, and over the period of that transition, usually when you go through transition, it creates a lot of, I call it backdraft. So basically what that means is that it brings up a lot of the questions that you've had in the past, they kind of resurface. So as I'm going through all of this change, trying to find a new place to stay, get everything reconnected, all my utilities, and figure out where everything was. Just started to have like some challenges mentally about, first, why did I accept this job? Like, why did I decide to make this change at this point in my life to do something completely different in a brand new environment? And so, after so much time passed by, I just got curious. I had some moments where I wanted to discover more about myself and figure out why I was making some of those decisions that I was making. Not that it was a bad decision, but I still needed to figure out, what were some of the driving forces behind my decision making. So I reached out, and there was a life coach, and that came highly recommended. So I reached out to her, and during the very first conversation, she asked me a question that kind of took me off guard. And I thought I answered it well until I realized I didn't. So her question that she asked me after we got through the initial intros, who I was, where I was from, all that good stuff, she asked me, "So Patrick, who are you?" And that's the question that I have for you guys today. Who are you? And like many of you would do, my response was simple. Hey, I'm a father of two kids. I work for AT&T. I, 46 years old. All of this good stuff. And she stopped me and she's like, "No, that's what you do. I want to know, who are you?" And that was a very, very in-depth conversation, because for the first time, I didn't know how to answer her question. I mean, I knew everything that I did. I knew I was a provider, a protector, and all of that good stuff. But who I was became very hard for me to define for her. And so I thought about it after I got off the call, and I was like, man, I've been in this body for 40 plus years, and I don't really know who I am. I don't know what I like. I mean, you like certain things. The chicken and the collard greens and all that good stuff. You have a basic understanding of what you like, but what your preferences are. Not only within yourself, your preferences in other people that you choose to have as, life partners and things like that. So that particular question really added a lot of value to me, because for the first time, I stopped thinking about what I needed to do for everybody. And I started to really think about what I like and what do I expect out of this life, because it goes by so fast. And like me, I don't want you guys to sit back and think about everything that you do for everyone else, because I hear this all the time. I do so much for people, but when I need something, there's nobody that gives back to me. Well, that's life. That's the way it works. But you have a responsibility of giving back to you. And that's what I really want to put on your minds, is that it's no one else's responsibility to do for you just because you've done for them. It's your job to make sure that you're okay and that you're provided for. And yes, we all come into times where we need other people stand in and help us out. But even in that time, it's up to us to decide those people that we want in our lives that can be there for us when we need them to be there. Because sometimes we just accept and connect with people that are always in need, and we don't connect with people that are equally yoked, as they say, that can give back to us just like we give to them. So that day, I realized that 40 plus years had passed by, and I had not made clear definitions of who I am, what I like, what I must have, and what I expected from myself and what I expected from other people. So I just wanted to drop this into your mind that, a lot of time has gone by for you as well. And how many of you in a conversation can to define who you are? It's a very simple but yet very profound question that I wanted to put out there for you. And I want you to take some time to really let that marinate in your brain. And I challenge you to come up with some answers to that question. Really define who you are and what you expect to gain out of this life. So this is not a long episode. It's going to be short and sweet. I just wanted to deposit that into your minds and think about it and really put some action behind your definition of who you are as a person. Thank you all. Be blessed.